Greetings, viewers. So I'm back with another video. As you can see, today we're talking about the things I do as a parent that the average parent does not do. Part 2. If you have not seen part 1 and you have children or you plan on having children, I would go back and watch part 1. Not that you would be confused or anything, but I left a lot of good information in that one. But now let's start with this one. So the first thing on this list that I do for my child that the average parent does not do is milk. So I am an adamant believer that animal milk is not for human bodies. With that being said, it is recommended that young kids drink milk. So I found the perfect in between. I give my son goat milk. Now you might be wondering, out of all the milks, why goat milk? Well, for one, goat milk is actually the most similar to breast milk. When you break it down from a chemical standpoint, it is almost, I'm not going to say identical, but it is extremely close to breast milk. The human body digests it like it is breast milk. Another thing that I like about goat milk, when it is consumed, it allows your body to absorb nutrients a lot better. So what I'm saying is, take a baby. You have two babies. One is drinking cow milk and the other one is drinking goat milk. Say after that, they both eat a salad, a very nutritious salad, full of copper, zinc, iron, magnesium, all that stuff. Well, the child drinking goat milk is going to get a lot more nutrients because his body can break down and absorb the vitamins and minerals better. So that is why I give my son goat milk. Now, with that being said, goat milk does have a larger fat content than, cow milk, but it's in moderation. My son drinks water throughout the day, and then when we put him to sleep, goat milk. Like, just think about everything goats eat. Goats can literally eat a aluminum can and break it down and digest it. Goats have a very strong digestive system. Not just that, you look at cow milk, right? All the processes that it goes through, all the added hormones and chemicals that they shoot the cows up with. Goats, they do a little bit of that, but not as much. And I plan on getting a goat soon. So yeah, put your children on goat milk if they have to drink milk. The next thing I do that the average parent does not do, I am an adamant believer of sleeping in pitch black darkness. I feel like that's when people, well, it's some science to back this up. You get the best sleep when there is no other sources of light, especially blue light. But with that being said, since my son was literally a day old, when we would put him in his bassinet, I would put a blanket over his bassinet. Not to where it would be covering him from, breathing. He still had ventilation, but it would cover him to where when we turn off the lights, he didn't see anything but pitch black darkness from day one. With that being said, my child is not afraid of the dark. We put him in the crib and turn off the lights. It's no night light in there, and he sleeps all night through the night. Of course, he wakes up sometimes, but he's not afraid of the dark. Let your children sleep in complete darkness. And back on the blue light topic, if you just want to test this, because this messed up my sleep actually a couple of weeks ago. I got a new USB block, a charger block, and it had a small blue light on it. And even though I knew, blue light disrupts sleep, it was so small, I was thinking, you know what? It probably won't even bother me. My room is so dark. No, that messed up my sleep the whole week. Like, once I realized to cover it, well, actually, I just got a whole new charger block. And then my sleep went back to normal. So you can test it yourselves. But while we're on the topic of blue light, let's talk about screen time. My child gets little to no screen time. We give it to him occasionally, like maybe 30 minutes a day, maybe. Rare occasions, maybe an hour. But best believe we're monitoring what he's watching. He only watches educational stuff. Miss Rachel is a pretty good one. I'll even say Blippi. Blippi's pretty cool. I got him watching Yo Gabba Gabba. I want him, dancing, listening to, But with that being said, screen time. You got to watch them on that screen time because, that's another source of blue light. Your screen is blue light. And there's a way you can change that. I'll make a whole nother video on that. You can actually disable the blue light on your phone if you have an iPhone. I'm not sure about Android users, But with that being said, monitor your kids' screen time. It's no wonder a lot of these kids having ADHD and all these other diseases is because they're watching too much screen time. Like, and another thing, before I go on to the next topic, don't let your children watch CoComelon. So a lot of studies coming out saying shows like that with, the high color saturation, and personally, I've never seen it, but I've seen a lot of videos saying don't let them watch it because it's making them special. And I know this sounds weird, but I'll throw another random fact out there. I actually discovered this on my own. So my son, he was watching Blippi. And Blippi, Blippi talks about construction. It's a boy show. Girls can watch it, but it's a boy show if we break it down. And I was just looking at some of the random ads that pop up on YouTube. Why are they showing purse commercials and lipstick and Barbies? If this is a boy show, I'm just saying, like, one is okay. When I saw the first ad, I was like, all right, let's just skip this. They probably just, they want to appeal to everybody. Nothing wrong with that. But then right after that, you got a Barbie commercial. What are you doing? This is a boy show. So with that being said, you got to watch that screen time. My son, when he gets screen time, he's looking at a TV screen. Let's be clear. He's never touched an iPad. The only time he's touched an iPhone is when he was on FaceTime talking to family. So I don't even know if that really even counts. The next thing I do that the average parent doesn't do, and this is for my young parents, because I'm noticing a lot of my young parent friends, not all of them, a lot of them don't know how to get their child to listen. And yeah, my son's not perfect. He's going into his toddler phase. He throws tantrums from time to time, but the way you deal with it is the most important. And what I found works. When he throws a tantrum, it's nap time. It's that simple. It's time to go to sleep. If you don't want to behave and you want to fall out and throw tantrums, okay, it's nap time. And more recently, we started doing time out. Like, if he throwing a tantrum, I'll hold him and we will sit in the corner and look at the wall until he stops screaming and crying. And it works. After that, he's the happiest baby ever. Usually he'll take a nap too. Whooping. Personally, I hope I never have to spank my child. And it's a difference between spanking and hitting. I've gotten spankings before in my life. I've never been hit by my parents. Do I think anything is wrong with spanking? No. No, I do not regret getting the spankings that I got, because if I didn't get them, I may have turned out different. Like, some kids, especially boys, strong-willed boys, sometimes they need that masculine force. And I know it sounds harsh, but I would rather have my son get spanked while he's young and I correct that bad behavior than him end up in jail or prison. It's that simple. Because if you don't correct the young man or even young lady, if they make those same decisions when they grow up, they are going to go to jail, prison, or they might be unalived. So spare the rod, spoil the child. On to the next and last point. Another thing that we do that the average parent does not do. My son's bedtime has been consistent since he was an infant. It has not changed. He goes to sleep at 7 o'clock. When 7 o'clock hit, it might even be 6:45 if he's too cranky. Sometimes, okay. Sometimes we'll stay up till 7:30, 8 if we coming back from somewhere. He's had late nights if we had to go somewhere, but typically throughout the week when there are no plans, he goes to sleep at 7 o'clock. We do not have a random schedule. We are on schedule with it, and it works. He is literally happy to go to sleep. I kid you not. We make the bottle, and he runs to the crib. He's ready to get that bottle of goat milk and go to sleep. So just make sure you are consistent if you create a schedule with your child. It'll also help them be a lot more organized, I'm assuming, in the future. So with that being said, if you like this video, or even if you disagreed on some of the things I said, let me know. If you want to see a part 3, let me know, because there are other things I do as a parent that I haven't expressed yet. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.